Alright folks, we're back. Thanks for watching that break. We got videos pretty much finished up and we're ready to go with the last best of 3 today. Scarlet versus Super in a rematch. And we'll see if Scarlet can turn it around this time. When they played the first time today, it was of course 2-0 in the favor of Super. But this will be the last game to play out.
So you said maybe she was looking over the VODs, or the replay, to be exact. Might have a better idea as what to expect. Super did play kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was this replay or not. She was just like in replays when we came back to North America, so I'm presuming that may have been the case. You know, keeping an eye on stream, looking at who was going to win, trying to figure out what's going on. I do want to point out, though, once again, the prize pool for this is going to be a little bit awkward to pay out. Super doesn't have an account he can use with Matcherino, so I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll just have you pay out to you, I guess, on that one, and then I'll take the mod one and split that up with the mods.
Alrighty then, sounds fair.
Because the way we set it up, we actually can't assign every single mod to the thing. That's going to be a pain in the butt. So we'll get that figured out. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mod Appreciation Day. BaseTradeTV loves their mods, is what it comes down to. And we threw this tournament in their honor. Big thank you to Remar for kicking this off and making this possible. And thank you to everybody who's contributed since then. Helping out a couple of extra bucks, not just to the moderators, maybe get them some dinner, but also to the players, get them some prizing. Spawning here on the bottom left side of New Gettysburg, though, we got the pink Zerg player. She's known as Scarlet.
The bottom right has the blue Protoss. He is Super.
Okay, so for Super's sake, he's actually scouting right away. I guess versus Bjorn, too scared to scout, versus Scarlet, feeling the necessity to scout.
Well, it would be really funny if he knew that Scarlet was the type to proxy hatch in early pool, but he didn't know that Bjorn was the type to proxy. I feel like not only just being like Korean and usually being like in the scene more with your own, you know, teammates and whatnot, but just Bjorn's more popular recently.
I'm actually glad you brought that up. I kind of forgot that Scarlet was doing a lot of proxies, specifically throwing hatcheries down on New Gettysburg and other maps.
Hell yeah, especially New Gettysburg. So I do like that he scouted, not just for the potential proxy hatch, but also if she went for an earlier pool and was going around, you know, try and surprise him, try and get that pylon. And I said it's funny that he chose this to scout Nats versus Beyond, but that would not have saved him, actually. 2 games, of course, that he... Well, 1 game that he won, 1 game he lost, he didn't scout either, so...
I'm sexy.
Dokie, then? Are you?
I am. Thank you, Hamel Camel. It's back. Also, thank you to Starburner_SC2. Just donated $20 to the prize pool. Bring this up to $934.
Very good. I don't think Beyond has ever used Matcherino, so I'm gonna have to teach him and tell him, like, you made more money than you thought.
Yeah, it's pretty easy and simple to walk through. Yeah, because Beyond, I think when we started the day, his prize was only going to be about 180 or something. So 214, I don't remember the number. But the point is, less than what it is now.
I forget the last time I had to teach one of the Koreans, but I think they were like, wait, what? Why so much?
Yeah, they didn't. Again, like, actually, for those who don't know, and this is an actually serious thing, crowdfunding is, like, not a thing in Korea. Like, that is not something that they understand, be it through culture or through personal experience. Like, it's not a thing over there.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, even taking donations, I think, is something you have to convince Koreans to do, especially before, like, they really know a lot about the foreign scene. But
yeah, and then you get
certainly crowdfunding.
Actually, it's like 2 different sides of it, right? On one side, you got the cranks of the world who would love to return to you every dollar you give them because it's polite and he's too bashful to take your money. Then on the other, you got people like Parting, who's like, give me more money! I want more chicken!
Need food, please. Yeah, exactly. But
Scarlet
regardless,
doesn't see this move out, by the way. The Overlord, I'm not sure if she saw that moving across the bridge, but the Lings definitely missed it. I'm not sure if she was looking. So here we are coming across the map, and she's still droning.
Ooh, that might be a problem. This is not the biggest push, but it is coming with a pylon, which is just one potent overcharge, I guess.
I mean, let's not forget, Super did play kind of weird last time we saw him. Things like faster void rays and other things, but getting so close to the hatchery like this, I don't think she was expecting it at all. 1 pylon, 2 pylons go down.
See, this is really just going to catch a greedy Zerg, a Zerg that doesn't scout, too, and she was trying to scout, she just kind of missed it.
Yeah.
If you already have 12 lings ready to accept this, then the pylon, the pro gets sniped, you know, and the pylons don't get up. And the Zealots might still give you a little bit of trouble, but it's not quite the same as having Potent Overcharge available. In fact, he has 2 Potent Overcharges. This third base, I'm not sure if it'll die, but it's going to take a lot of minerals to try and stop it from dying.
I mean, with 2 Zealots and 2 depths in the mineral lines, it's completely feasible that Super just takes a fight at face value, right? The Ling's going to have a hard time getting surface area. The Pylon's going to be focused down first, so a lot of the Lings are going to go down. Another overcharge hits that possibly could have been a recall. Super deciding to over-dedicate and stay his course, though does lose the Mothership Core for it.
Yeah, like I said, I think the third base is going to go down. There wasn't a lot of damage aside from the potent overcharge, but you know, you consider how much she kind of had to panic. It was lucky that her speed finished at the time, too, that she was actually getting speed. The resources lost ended up being pretty close. I really think Super was not supposed to lose that Mothership Core. Then it probably would have been worth it.
I mean, agreed. But at the end of the day, the resources lost are fairly similar. They're both on these 3 base situations. It's hardly over for Super. It's definitely not over for Scarlet. We'll see how this game plays out.
Yeah. A little bit scary, but that's really, you know, 20 plus Lings is a little scary for your third base. This many is not so much. They're getting +1, and the layer's on the way. You know, the same way that Scarlet is a Ling Muta player, Ling Bane, like the very least player in versus Terran, same versus Protoss.
By the way, significantly less bets going to this series. 4,900 on Super, 3,850 on Scarlet. So I can kind of understand Scarlet having less. She did lose the first best of 3 today after all, but surprised that we went from like 30,000 on Beyond. I guess everybody it was such a sure thing, you know?
Yeah, I guess that was it. Interesting. I would still assume that the Scarlet bias, to be honest, would always weigh out anything else.
Yeah, Concro 2, by the way, wants to know how they'll know if they won the giveaway. When we draw the winner in 9 days, I'll just be contacting them. So you'll get a message either on Twitch or email or both, depending on what you provided to the website. Either way, we'll also be announcing it on Twitter and talking about it on stream. So like you'll see it at some point as long as you're watching BaseTradeTV.
So I looked at Twitter for a second and I saw that one of my friends had posted. Well, we're in a little bit of a lull here, and she says, "I'm gonna start calling my car Samara because it's my justice car." Did you get it? Did you get it?
I don't get it, but I thought it meant just because she was gonna have sex with her car and die.
No, just a car. A just a car.
Oh, it's just a car. Yeah.
Justice car. Just a car. Get it?
So that's actually not that great. But if she said it was just a car.
Whatever.
No, she's like, but don't worry, guys, it's just a car. Like I would have thought that was hilarious, but Justice Car is not.
Oh come
very
on,
good.
either one works.
No, Justice Car really
you're
doesn't.
so-
This isn't being argumentative. It actually doesn't work. Like, you can deconstruct the pun and it doesn't work.
It sounds close enough, in my opinion.
No, if it was just a car, it would.
Whatever.
Like, it's not any special car. It's just a car.
Whatever. Well, we do have another case of maybe Void Ray Colossus. Super didn't open up the same way,
We also
and he is getting Blink.
got a
but
case of the air blockers too.
it is still Colossus on the way and double Stargate.
I guess the War Prison being back at home with everything is going to be a lot of extra micro, which would be nice. Many times we've come into the map, you've heard me a million times say it at this point, talk about the third base being a big point of contention for the Protoss. But this is going to be a bit interesting, because Scarlet may or may not hit that third with the full might of her ground army. Maybe. But there's the Mutas that are coming out. And those, despite the double Stargate, despite the Phoenix potential, aren't going to be necessarily attacking the same location as everything else.
I really like that he went for Phoenixes. So, the Scout went down on the Spire, but not a lot of Zerg players go for a lot of Mutas. So this could be an overreaction, as I don't think Scarlet's planning on going a lot of Mutas either, to be honest. But it is going to ensure that he doesn't have to worry about it. And eventually going to use those Stargates for Tempests anyway, if the game really goes on for that long. So, if you're already on fully saturated 3 bases, and you don't think you're going to lose the game anytime soon, don't mind the investment. But right, she's not going into minimal Mutas.
Well, the Phoenix is just going to meander around right now. McFizzle for Shizzle asking what our Matcherino total's at right now. If you look at the top of the page, you can see we're at $934 raised. We did have a goal of about $1,200 for the day, and okay, maybe we're going to fall a little bit shy, but that's okay. $934 is still a lot of money raised, not just for the moderators of the channel, but of course, and more importantly, almost the players playing here today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the games at the very least, because there were some really good... I really like Scarlet Euthermal series, to be honest. I think that's my favorite one today.
It was pretty good. I mean, the fact that she 2-0'd is not indicative of the actual matches. But this fourth base, I guess, is not going to get up this time. I don't think this is something that he has to be feeling really pressured about. He doesn't need a fourth base, but oh, he didn't cancel it. That's a mistake. I was going to say, I don't think it's such an overwhelming army that he won't be able to clean it up, but I might be wrong. The force fields do not go down. They're way too late.
Yeah, as I say, they go down at the last second, which is really unfortunate, but still Super holds on with 3 Colossus for the time being. Excuse me, 2 Colossus for the time being. I think this plus overcharges should be okay for the left side, but nothing over here on the right. Now the probes got pulled. You'll notice not a lot of probes died to this. That's great. But the problem is base still got compromised and the Nexus went down.
Damn, that was a series of bad events for Super. He really had a nice enough army. He was in a nice enough position too that you give up the fourth base, you put the force field down, and you continue on with life. But losing the fourth base entirely, all 400 minerals, and losing the third too, does put him in a position of just kind of having to all in. He needs a fourth base, and he's only just replacing his third.
Shout out to as far as it goes for the 20-month resub. Big love. Another one coming in, but hang on, the engagement goes down. Colossus going to clear out, or get cleared out by the Corruptors. They actually dive past to pick off the Warp Prism as well. Scarlet handling this absolutely fantastic. I love the decision making there with the Corruptors.
Yeah, the Corruptors ended up being really quite good. It does make me wonder if Super had gone into Vortex, would have been better, but I think that there was a more drastic mess up with the ground army. The air army, of course, was an important factor, but definitely messed up.
GG. Scarlet already making this look like a very different series with that 1-0 start. We also had a big resub coming in from Corbin J. 7 months. Says, I hope my hoi 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 shirt can soak up my tears as I wait for the next base trade cast. I hate you, and I love you.
Oh.
It's a mixed bag of emotions. Yeah, again, like this is gonna be our last cast before Korea, guys. This is the last best of 3 we'll be casting until we go. So enjoy it while you can, I guess. Yeah. It's gonna be really fun though, because in Korea we are gonna be casting, as said in the video, and please watch the video for more details, guys, and more info. But we are gonna be casting the Elima League Finals here on BaseTradeTV. So we'll be back on the 17th, but then also we're gone until I get back home. So we're gonna have like 1 3-hour broadcast in the next week, which feels bad, man.
Woo!
Okay, well, 1-0 for Scarlet's a great start. We're going to be going into Frost next. There is no code for the Matcherino page, guys. Matcherino just straight up put $100 in for us. The deal is normally we can ask for codes instead of a direct contribution. And I like codes because I think it's more fun. I think it's more interactive for the audience. And you guys get to feel like you helped build this up just that little bit more, right? So I really normally go for codes when we can, but we just wanted to make sure that the mods had the money, that the players had the money, that there was not going to be any hassle whatsoever. So we just said, yeah, just put it directly into the prize pool, if you please.
You'd be so kind.
Would you kindly? All right, so as we hop into game number 2, this could be the last of anything today. If Scarlet can lock this down, Super will finish in 3rd place, and Scarlet will walk away with that 2nd place prize. However, spawning in the bottom right, she's up 1 game currently. Ladies and gentlemen, the pink Zerg, Scarlet.
In the top left, as the red Protoss, he is Super.
So that first game might have had a lot to do with the map. New Gettysburg just does not seem... Like, in the same way Apotheosis doesn't seem to be a Terran-friendly map, I feel like New Gettysburg doesn't seem to be a Protoss-friendly map in a lot of those instances.
It doesn't feel like it, yet it is it's picked by Protoss well enough. You know, obviously Super didn't bother vetoing it. It just is like, how confident are you in that 3 base versus 4 base against Ling, Ravager, Baneling? Like, that is almost always what that map turns into. Wow, get off. You don't even understand the second part of the joke.
it's a bad joke, man. You gotta let it go. Just
Look,
let it go.
she can have a Justice car without the pun for Mass Effect. She can just have the pun for Wheel of Time, which you wouldn't know, and I'm not gonna explain.
Oh, okay, I see. So rather than just admit it was a bad joke, you want to make it too cool for me. I got it.
That is an interesting approach to take.
That actually, you know what? Real talk, that would be such a very interesting way to deal with an argument in real life, right? Like, rather than
You're
lose
so
or get
cool.
mad, you just like shift it to be like, well, you know what? You're not cool enough anyways. Like, whatever. Just pull out a cigarette and start smoking it too while you're at it. Like, oh, I'm so
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. There's probably some people who actually do that. Of course, more importantly than bad jokes, there's a early pool followed by like pretty fast speed on the way here.
I do want to point out, Scarlett knows where to go. She's gambling a little bit. She knows it's not in the top left. The drone just confirmed it's not in the... Oh, sorry. She knows it's not in the top right. Drone just confirmed it's not in the bottom left. So she's going to beeline it to the left top side. And this is one of those games where... I love that Super put a forge down, okay? There's like a little bit to be said about that. But if this pylon dies, this is a lot of trouble. And Scarlett has pylon killing powers here.
So like magical powers.
Oh, he's
but yes.
supply blocked, so the Zealot didn't even start getting made right away. Oh, that's not even a full wall up
Wait,
either!
Yeah, I was like,
What
wait a
the
second, how is it a
front
full
door's
wall?
happening?
He
So
did the
she's-
same thing last time they played on Frost, remember? The north part was a hole too.
Right, there's a hole in the north, but you put like one grid space off. I don't know what's going on with that, but I do want to
Pro
point out
gamer
Scarlett
or
chose
gold
not
level
to
pro
kill the
gamer?
pylon for some reason.
I think she realized the second pylon would have finished anyway, so the chance of like denying a zealot is
That's a
just
fair
going to
point.
happen.
Zealot comes out, but not before probes die, and Scarlett's
Good
gonna get like
game, man.
10 plus probes for this. Oh, speed's finished. She gets a full surround. That's it. That's game. That's the
GG.
series, ladies and gentlemen. In 2 minutes and 47 seconds flat, Scarlett beats Super. Wow.
Nicely done.
So the group curse returns, A, and then B, Scarlett completely turns this around and makes sure that she will finish second in the group. Not too bad. It's going to be a nice chunk
Very
of cash
cool.
for Scarlett. Spend that on her plane ticket back to Korea. When did she go back to Korea, by the way? Do we know? I know it's sometime while you're there.
21st.
Yeah, it's like after Homestar Cup, I think, right? Or just after?
Yep.
It's sad. I'm not going to get to see her. But okay, guys, that's going to wrap up the day. Again, thank you everybody who helped make this possible. Thank you to, who is this? I'm FSP, just subbed with Twitch Prime. Nice. Hopefully we didn't miss anyone else today. I'm going to tell you and remind you real quick, don't close the prize pool. And we're going to go to commercial break. We'll come back and say our goodbyes. See you soon. All right, folks, we're back. Thank you for watching that very last ad break of the day. Again, thank you to the BaseTradeTV moderators. From the deepest, most sincere part of whatever I can dig up, I do want to let you guys know that we appreciate what you do. I know we don't say it enough, and I'll try to go out of my way to say thanks for admitting and modding at the end of a broadcast and stuff like that, but I really want you guys to understand, like, we really do appreciate what you do. You keep the chat in line, you help us run bets, you help us build this community to be as awesome as it is. And I know some of you guys are newer than the others, and some of you have been around since God knows forever. You know, shout out to Bobble Convolute, for example. But whether you're new or whether you're old, we really do love that you're around, supporting us. And some of you go above and beyond. You even sub, you go monetary, you donate, whatever. But the fact that you're just here helping run the channel, make it a better experience for everybody involved, you're contributing a lot more than I think you might even realize. So again, thank you so much for that, guys. But we also have to give some thanks to Riamar specifically. He's the one who kickstarted this off, threw in the big chunk of dollars to start off the prize pool, and ended today on $934. That being said, I told Zomberg to leave the prize pool open. What we're going to do is, normally we would close this up, lock it down, and we would pay everybody immediately. Instead, what we're going to do is actually rebroadcast this in an hour or so. So there's some good games with some good players. And hopefully, maybe a couple of extra bucks will come in from the rebroadcast. But even if nothing does, it's still a chance that we can get the mods and the players just a little bit of extra money. So if you missed any of the games, we'll rebroadcast that in about an hour. Some of the games early on were pretty good today. But thank you for joining us. I guess we'll say our goodbyes. We have a couple things to say before we go, but quick just shout outs to the channel sponsors, Corsair. Click the links down below, G2A, use code BASE, get 3% cash back while you're buying games. Yord Wood Watches, of course, and then last but not least, Chairs for Gaming. Use promo code BaseTradeTV if you're living in Canada or the United States to get $20 off your purchase and free shipping and handling. But yeah, there's a video we put out explaining what we're doing in Korea. It's uploaded here on Twitch. It's uploaded on YouTube. You can't miss it. By the way, while I'm talking, type !giveaway into chat. Make sure to enter the giveaway while you still can. We won't be advertising that for the next 10 days, but I do want to remind you guys that coming back once every day and clicking the sponsor links will enter you into the prize, running again and again and again, increasing your chances to win. But for me, Korea is going to be very interesting. I don't think we're going to get a huge kickstart of a career off of this. Like, we're not going to be jumping to the next level and suddenly WCS casters or anything. But casting live is something I'm willing to pay money for. Like, if it wasn't so time-consuming, much less expensive to fly across the country for both of us, we'd probably try and do a lot more live casting. I mean, that month we spent in Toronto was probably one of the more fun months I had casting our weekly cups. Yeah, we even got some silly stuff with the hammer going. I brought that hammer home, by the way. I have that broken and sitting like over in the corner. Because if we ever do get a gaming house together, I'm going to mount that thing on the wall. But, yeah, I love the opportunity to go cast live. And we might even have a bonus opportunity. I don't want to say anything because it's really up in the air. So we'll be casting the Alima League live. That's it. Guaranteed. Maybe something else on the side. But it's going to be an experience. I've never been to Korea. I've never in my life really even thought about going to Korea. It just didn't seem like it was going to be something I would ever do. So it'll be an interesting experience. And I hope you guys will continue to support us and watch and tune in and follow us on Twitter and all that good stuff to keep up to date with what's going on behind it. I don't know. Zombie, are we getting any final say-sos before we disappear? Because we're going to be gone for like a week, guys.
I know. Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow, actually. So thanks once again to the mods. You guys are always great. And coaches the players. And follow me on Twitter, @CGGaming, and on YouTube to check out the VODs that she'll be posting from the trip, as well as trying to keep up to date with all the other videos I've been doing for a while. So subscribe there. And thanks, everyone. I hope you continue supporting us while we're gone.
Thank you to APT or Apartment 35 Rocks. You just subbed with Twitch Prime. You're awesome. Big love over there, too. But we're going to go. We'll host Hero Marine for a little bit until I get the rebroadcast going. Hero Marine, we tried to host yesterday, but we caught him at the end of his stream, so I kind of feel like we owe him one. That being said, there's some other cool stuff going on StarCraft. Loco's currently streaming. Nathaniel's is casting the VSL matches that weren't broadcast, I guess, in English. And then apparently Braddock, Cass, and Damaga are playing 3v3s together. What? So, lots of good stuff going down on Twitch. Make sure to check out your good StarCraft stuff. Again, thanks for watching today, guys. We'll see you later. We'll see you on the 17th. The 17th is specifically when we're going to be back for the Alima League. Goodbye.
Bye.